Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn January 28, 2024. You will literally feel like you ascent a soaring to cloud 9 today and tomorrow. Our great luminary, the mighty sun, is sizzling into a square across the sky from our great benefic, glorious Jupiter, dancing in your solar house of true love, romance, and dating. The energy will erupt like fireworks and encourage you to follow your heart ascent's greatest desires. Engage in passion and pleasure to the highest degrees that you can. Live lavishly and like you deserve the happiness of the gods. Just don't end up spiraling off into a fantasy that isn't built on truth. Do not let any ascent's comments hold you back. You may have to work on letting comments roll off your shoulders when Mercury in your sign squares Chiron in Aries. The square may bring something from your professional past back. Maybe you will think of an old argument from many jobs ago, or you could be stuck on a mean coworker that you may not have to deal with anymore. No matter what, how you have been treated should not stick with you throughout your entire career. Let go of old conversations and comments that do not help you. The moon is still in your financial sector, but the sting has gone out of the first full moon of 2024 now that its clash with both the Sun and Pluto, in their early days in your income sector, is behind you. Instead, the moon's friendly aspect to the dwarf planets Ceres and Eris is helping to fuel your financial confidence and imagination, which in turn is turning any financial tension into motivation on both sides of the financial fence. The present astral configuration gives you a day of really great communicating abilities. It's time to show those you love how much you love them and tell those whom you don't feel so great with that it's time you both moved on. This is a wonderful transit for win-win communication. Also, it's a great time to check in with your body during a workout and see if you can increase the levels you are currently working at. If you're involved in any kind of charity work and are focusing on raising funds, this is the day for you. You won't get a better time than a day when it comes to making money. Brainstorm with the people you are involved with to see how many creative ways you can come up with to generate the funds you need. With everyone focusing their energy on a single goal, there's no limit to what can be achieved. As much as a full moon in your financial sector and its clash with the sun in your income sector is putting a lot of focus on both sides of the financial fence today, it is less about the money and more about what you can learn when it comes to a balance between the two. With the Sun and Pluto in their early days in your income sector and Mars joining them next month, there are significant opportunities ahead for income potential and growth. The moon, however, is more focused on what you do with and how you manage the money you have, knowing that no matter how much is coming in, this is no use if there leaks. While Jupiter turned direct in your romantic sector on New Year's Eve and was ready to embrace this lucky year for love from day one, in retrograde motion, Uranus has been holding the doors open to the past. That is about to change as Uranus comes to a complete standstill ahead of his direct turn tomorrow. Until then, this is a day for embracing a sense of romantic nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. In the pre-dawn hours, the Leo moon opposes Mars in Taurus. This influence stimulates irritation, however, we are more likely to bottle our feelings up instead of expressing them properly. It is natural to hold a grudge now, justifying our moodiness around situations that occurred in the distant past. If we are angry, discussing to clear the air may not be the best course of action right now. Instead, release aggression through physical activities, especially those which involve working with your hands. Crafting with natural materials or assuming construction projects can help us to regain a sense of control over our immediate environment. When we feel less helpless, we will begin to calm down. We are all likely to wake up feeling intuitively sharper and maybe even more creative than usual. But there could be a heavy emotional shift when the moon conjoins Pluto, and we have to take care not to overreact to any overpowering feelings. The psychic embellishments from earlier will remain very prominent, but you have to be cautious not to let them affect you too much. Avoid having arguments centered around any jealousy you may feel. It could make someone feel unjustly guilty or intimidated. Also be very aware of any negative self-talk, because it could also lead to desperate actions you later come to regret. There could be power struggles or issues with others who want to dominate us. If you feel like someone is pushing you to make a decision you are ready to make, take a step back and reassert your boundaries. You don't have to rush through your emotions to satisfy someone else's whims. Any negative energy Theta been hovering around you could hit twice as hard when the moon sextiles Neptune tonight. The energy could affect your sleep and make you feel exhausted. In the morning, the moon squares Chiron in Aries, forcing us to confront repressed anxieties. We are emotionally stoic under the Leo moon, preferring to avoid conflict by busying ourselves with duties and responsibilities. There is a battle waging here between our inner elder and our inner child. We may be attempting to emulate the style of an older person in our youth who dismissed our creativity. And now, we are acting as the same gatekeeper for our wounded psyche. The best way to navigate these energies is to begin talking to ourselves in a new way, thereby acting as our protector instead of our worst critic. Following this, the Taurus Sun trines Pluto in Capricorn, helping us to tap our magic and personify self-esteem. By firmly standing our ground and advocating for our principles, we become authority figures in our own right. Subsequently, others treat us differently, affirming that we have all that we need within ourselves to embrace our agency. Relationships with superiors, bosses, and those in institutions should be farewell at this time. People in positions of power acknowledge our tenacity and dedication to excellence, helping us to rise further on the hierarchical totem pole. Today is a messy day. A minor aspect between Mercury and Neptune this morning could make us feel emotionally drained, and your energy level could take a big hit. Jupiter joins the party, asking us to dream big while also magnifying the obstacles. The harsh aspects continue well into the afternoon as Mars forms a connection to the North Node of Destiny, creating issues around confrontation and communication. We'll be hungry for change, but we might run into issues as we try and convince others to go along with our ideas. The connection between Mars and Uranus tonight gives us the inspiration to mix things up a bit. This aspect can help us find innovative ways to move forward in business and status, but today's energy could make implementing new ideas a bit difficult. There is a lot of energy in the sky right now asking us to evolve, but getting there isn't so easy. Try to pace yourself today, and enter the work week aiming for new growth. Remember that transformation doesn't happen overnight. Sticking to a routine while making small adjustments can help move things in the right direction without overwhelming your psyche. Finding balance won't be easy though, so remember to breathe deeply if your tension or stress level begins to rise.